Hello students, how are you? Myself Santosh Jagtap. In last lecture we had started our new chapter. Name of the chapter is magnetic materials. Okay. In this lecture we are going to study torque on a bar magnet. In last lecture we have studied that when any bar magnet is kept in a uniform magnetic field, it experiences a torque, and the formula of the torque is tau is equal to m bar cross b bar. Okay, here is cross sign, therefore we can write here tau bar. Okay, and in magnitude form we can write here tau is equal to m into b into sin theta. Now listen, we have studied that force is equal to mass into acceleration. Okay, now the analogy between this is a linear motion or translational motion. Okay, that force is analogous to the torque in rotational motion. That is analogy between linear motion or translational motion and rotational motion. Here is force, instead of force here is torque is equal to, here is mass represents inertia, here is I, that is moment of inertia, and A means linear acceleration. In rotational or angular motion we can write here I alpha. Okay, that is torque is equal to I alpha. Consider a bar magnet is kept in a uniform magnetic field. Okay, and a torque tau is applied on that. That is, we can write here torque is equal to I alpha. Okay, now we know that x means displacement, then v is equal to dx by dt. V means velocity. Okay, and acceleration is equal to dv by dt. That is, v is equal to dx by dt. I can write here acceleration is equal to double derivative of displacement. Yes or not? Yes. Okay, double derivative of displacement. Similarly, I can write here alpha is equal to d2 theta by dt square. Theta is angular displacement. Theta is angular displacement. Okay, then I can write here alpha is equal to d2 theta by dt square. Take this value in this equation. I can write here torque is equal to I into d2 theta by dt square. This is equation first. Okay, I repeat, a bar magnet is kept in uniform magnetic field. Okay, and torque is applied on it. Okay, and due to this torque the bar magnet gets rotated. Now we know that any bar magnet is kept in uniform magnetic field, it experiences a torque. This torque and this torque both are the same. This is applied torque. Okay, and this torque is produced due to the external magnetic field on a, I repeat, this torque is produced due to external magnetic field on a bar magnet, and this is applied bar magnet to the applied torque to the bar magnet. Okay, these two equations are same. I can write the equation first and equation, this is equation second. This is applied torque and this is restoring torque. Okay, therefore I can write here applied torque and restoring torque both are the same, but direction of the both are opposite to each other. Then I can write here from equation first and second, d2 theta by dt square is equal to minus mb sin theta. Okay, now I can write here d2 theta by dt square is equal to minus mb divided by I into sin theta. Okay, if theta is very small, theta is very small, then we can write here sin theta is nearly equal to theta. Therefore above equation becomes d2 theta by dt square is equal to minus mb divided by I into theta. Okay, comparing this equation with d2 theta by dt square is equal to minus omega square into theta. Okay, comparing these two equations, we can write here omega square is equal to mb divided by I. Okay, then omega is equal to square root mb divided by I. Okay, we know that the time period of that bar magnet is t is equal to 2 pi divided by omega. Okay, t is equal to 2 pi divided by omega. Then I can write here t is equal to 2 pi divided by omega under root mb divided by I. Okay, finally we can write here t is equal to 2 pi in bracket I divided by mb. Okay, this is the time period of that bar magnet is kept in uniform magnetic field. Torque is equal to 2 pi under root I divided by mb. I means moment of inertia of that bar magnet, m magnetic dipole moment, b magnetic field, that is external magnetic field in which a bar magnet is kept. Okay, 2 pi is constant and t is time period. I repeat, if we know that any bar magnet is kept in uniform magnetic field, it experiences a torque. Torque is equal to mv sin theta. Okay, this torque, okay, we apply the torque to the bar magnet, that is torque is equal to I into d2 theta by dt square. This torque and this torque is applied and this torque is produced due to the magnetic field. Okay, both are the same but they are oppositely directed with each other. This is the restoring torque, therefore minus sign here. Taking the I right side, we can write here, then if theta is very small, then sin theta is nearly equal to theta. Okay, then comparing this equation with d2 theta by dt square is equal to minus omega square x, we get omega square is equal to mb divided by I, that is omega is equal to under root mb divided by I. We know that time period is equal to 2 pi divided by omega. Okay, then finally I can write here t is equal to 2 pi under root I divided by mb. This is the time period of the bar magnet kept in a uniform magnetic field. Okay, right on. Now the next point is origin of the magnetism. Some material shows magnetic properties. Okay, in last lecture we had studied that whenever the any charge is moving, it produces electric field and magnetic field. Okay, we have to focus only on the magnetic field. Then listen, any steady charge produces electric field, moving charge produces magnetic field. I repeat, moving charge produces both field, electric field and magnetic field, but we have to focus only on magnetic field. Okay, now listen. So we have studied that when a current is flowing through a conductor, okay, then magnetic field is produced around it. Now we know that in atom, this is the nucleus and electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, now we know that a moving charge produces magnetic field. These are the electrons having some charge and these electrons are not steady, they are continuously moving. Okay, then moving, if any charge is in the motion, it produces magnetic field. That is, due to this motion of the electrons, electron has a specific charge. Okay, due to that motion of that electron, the magnetic field is produced around that nucleus. That is, the magnetic field is produced in the atom due to the motion of the electrons. Okay, this is the origin of the magnetism. Now next point is magnetic moment. Listen, if this is the electron, this is the radius of the orbit. Okay, this is the nucleus O and motion of the electron is in this direction. That is, here is electron having charge E minus, that is E, and the motion of the electron is in this direction. Therefore, the current motion of the direction of the current is opposite to the motion of the direction of the motion of the electron. Okay, then electron is moving in this direction, current is in this direction. Okay, now next point is, we know that if m is the mass of the electron and v is the velocity of the electron, then p is equal to this linear momentum is equal to p is equal to mv. Okay, in this direction. The vertical view of that diagram is, it becomes like that. Okay, this is the r and this is the p bar. Okay, now listen. Also we know that L is equal to r bar cross p bar. What is meant by L? L means angular momentum. This is linear momentum. Okay, and this is the angular momentum. L is equal to r bar cross p bar. Then we can write here I into p into. Tell me, here is sin or cos. Cross आहे, cross म्हणजे काय आहे? sin आहे. ओके, मी लिहिणार आहे मग r into p into sin theta. sin theta म्हणजे काय? r आणि p या दोघांच्या मध्ये अँगल असणार. ओके, theta is the angle between r bar and p bar. Then this angle is 90 degree. Sin 91. I can write here r into p. Okay. Now p is equal to mv. Also we can write here L is equal to r into mv. Okay. Now we know that if this is a bar and this is b bar, then if c bar is equal to a bar cross b bar, then c bar is perpendicular to a bar b bar. Okay, now a bar cross b bar, that is c bar is perpendicular to the a bar b bar. Okay, we got c bar in vertical direction, a bar b bar, then we got c bar in downward direction. Okay, now if this is the r bar and this is p bar, r bar cross p bar, L bar is in this direction. Got it? Okay, now r bar cross p bar. Okay, here is r bar cross p bar. Extending that point, if r bar cross p bar, then it is upward direction. R bar cross p bar, that is, this is the downward direction. Here is L bar, and magnetic dipole moment due to the electron is in vertical direction. Here is, I can write here m. Okay, this is the L bar in downward direction and this is the m bar in upward direction. Okay, now we know that value of the current is, or the formula of the current is I is equal to dq by dt. Okay, I is equal to dq by dt. Okay, I can write here I is equal to q divided by t. I is equal to flow of charge with respect to time, but here is electron, then I can write here is equal to E divided by t. Okay, now next point is t is equal to, that is time period is equal to 2 pi divided by omega. I can write here I is equal to E divided by 2 pi divided by omega. Omega goes upward, I can write here I is equal to E omega divided by 2 pi. Okay, in circular motion we know that V is equal to r omega, then omega is equal to V divided by r, that is omega is equal to V divided by r. I can write here I is equal to EV divided by 2 pi into here is r. Okay, this is r. Now next we know that for the current carrying loop, magnetic dipole moment M is equal to I into A. I means current and A means area of that loop. Okay, then considering that current carrying loop and radius is r, then we can write here area is equal to pi r square. I can write here M is equal to I, value of the I is EV divided by 2 pi r multiplied by area is pi r square. Okay, r gets cancelled, pi gets cancelled. I can write here m is equal to ev divided by evr divided by 2. Okay, now next, multiplying and dividing numerator and denominator by mass of the electron, that is me. Now simply we can write here m is equal to evrme divided by 2. Okay, listen, this m for magnetic dipole moment. Okay, and this me for mass of the electron, this e for charge of the electron, this v velocity of the electron, and r radius of that orbit in which electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, now listen, we know that L is equal to R into P, P is equal to mv, that is mv. Talking about the electron, I can write here mass of the electron, that is L is equal to R mev. L is equal to R mev. Okay, then we can write here m is equal to el divided by 2. Okay, and write down this term. And in the vector form, I can write here m bar is equal to e l bar divided by twice me. Okay, now if m bar and l bar, m bar is upward in the upward direction and l bar is in the downward direction, then these are the oppositely directed with each other, then we can write here m bar is equal to minus e l bar divided by twice me. Okay, e divided by twice me is called as a gyromagnetic ratio. Okay, I repeat, is called as a gyromagnetic ratio. Okay, now in atom molecule nuclei, we know that due to the second Morse postulate, electron revolve in those orbit for which angular momentum is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. Okay, that is L is equal to n into h divided by 2 pi. I repeat, according to Bohr's second postulate, electron revolve in those orbit for which angular momentum is integral multiple of h divided by 2 pi. इलेक्ट्रॉन कोणत्याही ऑर्बिट मध्ये गोल फिरत बसणार नाही ज्या ऑर्बिट मध्ये त्याचा अँग्युलर मोमेंटम हा n into h divided by 2 pi एवढा असेल त्याच ऑर्बिट मध्ये इलेक्ट्रॉन हा गोल फिरत असणार आहे. ओके, थोडंसं हे ना आपण नंतर पाहणार ॲटम मॉलिक्युल न्यूक्लियर चॅप्टर मध्ये. दिस इज द न्यूक्लियस. ओके, अँड दिस इज द फर्स्ट ऑर्बिट. आय राइट हियर फर्स्ट ऑर्बिट. Why the first orbit is here and why the first orbit is not here? म्हणजे फर्स्ट ऑर्बिट जे इथंच काम झालं, इथं काम नाही लक्षात येते का बघा. ओके, फर्स्ट ऑर्बिट इथं का आलं, कारण यामध्ये रिव्हॉल्व होणारा जो इलेक्ट्रॉन आहे त्या इलेक्ट्रॉनचा अँग्युलर मोमेंटम हा n into h divided by 2 pi. ऑर्बिट किती नंबरचा आहे? पहिलं ऑर्बिट आहे म्हणजे h divided by 2 pi. ओके, एवढा मोमेंटम इथं मिळणार आहे, तेवढा मोमेंटम इथं मिळत नाही, म्हणून इलेक्ट्रॉन हा इथलं ऑर्बिट आहे आणि हे पहिलं ऑर्बिट आहे. इथं पहिलं ऑर्बिट येणार नाही. इथंच पहिलं का आलं? इथं का म्हणून पहिलं आलं नाही? कारण जर बाहेरच्या बाजूला जर गेलं तर मोमेंटम वाढत जाणार. ओके, आतल्या बाजूला जर आलं तर मोमेंटम कमी होत जाणार आहे. किती मोमेंटम पाहिजे? h divided by 2 pi. मग h divided by 2 pi मोमेंटम कुठं मिळणार आहे? तर इथं मिळणार आहे, म्हणून हे झालं पहिलं ऑर्बिट. ओके, नाउ पुटिंग दिस व्हॅल्यू L, putting this value L in this equation, we can write here m is equal to E divided by twice me into n h divided by 2 pi. Okay, M, that is magnetic dipole moment, M is equal to N into EH divided by 4 pi M. Okay, and this quantity is called as a Bohr's magneton. EH divided by 4 pi M is called as a Bohr's magneton. Okay, I hope you understand all that points regarding with the magnetism point. Okay, thank you very much.